Saxon. Good. Good afternoon and welcome to this round 12 state champ women's matchup. It is second place Bellarine taking on the 7th place Sherbrooke Suns. And Hugh Moore here with the Bellarine Youth League women's coach Dave Smith. Dave, welcome back.
Thanks, mate.
Tough matchup for the Bellarine girls tonight, coming off a pretty physical, pretty tough game last night against the ladder leaders in Wyndham, going down by just the 3 points. Sherbrooke playing their first game of the weekend and should be in for a bit of a cracker here.
Yeah, no loves between these two sides. The earlier game in the season, it was a physical battle, so it'll be interesting to see how Bellarine back up after the physical one last night. Tough one for Sherbrooke coming in with 8 players, though, in terms of the physicality they need to bring, so a really good game ahead of us.
Yeah, obviously Sherbrooke led by Alicia Carline, 4th in the league for scoring and 1st in the league for rebounds, averaging just under 20 points a game and 14.5 rebounds a game. So she's really put her mark on this league, but we talk about it every week. It's the 1-2 punch of Courtney Strait and Bridget Rettstadt for this Bellarine team that are just causing havoc throughout the season. But Bellarine a little bit bruised and battered after last night. One of your classic top of the table clashes, and but they'll look to start off strong here at Storm HQ. So starting lineups for both teams. For the Storm, it will be, we'll wait until they come out because we'll start with Sherbrooke. For the Suns, it will be number 21, Miranda Gartner, number 43, Alicia Carline. I'm going to call her Caroline all night. Number 11, Tanea Solo. Number 6, Stephanie Powell. And number 5, Erin Burgoyne. And for the Storm, it will be number 3, Chantal Hall, number 8, Olivia Vert, number 21, Bridget Rettstadt, number 23, Courtney Strait, and number 53, Ali Knights. So, Sherbrooke to come away with the tip. We'll start with Soalo. Mid-range for her, no good. Caroline fights for the boards. Bellarine will come up with it. Knights looking to attack early. Nice pump fake from Hall. Draws the contact, will head to the line 4-2. Foul will be on number 43, Alicia Carline. Be her first for the night. Missed the second. And so Sherbrooke will push it up the court. Nice screen set there from Powell. They'll go straight into Carline. Sualu. Nice little floater from her. First 2 points scored for this afternoon. Knights. Attacks baseline again. Outside to Vert for 3. No good. Carline with the rebound. Burgoyne will look to get it out early. Finds Sualo. Extra pass into Powell. Fading. No good. And Vert will come up with the scraps. Straight's out already. No one in the key. Good start for her. Nice easy finger roll, left-handed layup. So teams trading baskets at the moment. Burgoyne into Carline. Go to work straight away. Shot is short. And Bellarine do a good job on D. Straight. Thought about the three. Hall going to the ring. Got Carline on it. That'll be too long in the key. So we've already got a warning.
Yeah. Very early in the game.
On the Sherbrooke coach. We're only minute 50 in. So Sherbrooke will come the other way. Knights nearly with the steal. Powell will get away. Free throw jump shot is good. That'll be her first 2 points for the night. Bellarine looking to push the floor early. Knights. Vert will let that fly. Hit the back of the ring. Hall will fight for the rebound. Burgoyne will end up with it. They go into Sualo. Nice little dish from her to Carline. Alicia Carline gets her first 2 points for the night. Passes too hot for Hall from Knights. So it'll go back to Sherbrooke.
It's an interesting contender for Bellarine to push in transition as much as they possibly can. Obviously see it in the scout in terms of going after the bigs of Sherbrooke. As Vert, nice little steal there and an open layup.
Great read on the D from Olivia Vert. Finding her form since almost the start of the season. Cementing herself in this starting lineup. Sualo will use the screen of Carline. She'll go inside, looking to go to work. Will draw the foul. Foul will be on number 3, Chantal Hall for the Storm. Send Carline to the line for 2. Carline, good on the first one. And the second. Just over 3 minutes gone here at Storm HQ. Sherbrooke leading 8-5. Hall finds straight, looks to get into her work. Cutting, no luck. Blocked by Powell. It'll stay with Bellarine. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Rettstad will catch just above the free throw line. And will knock that one home.
Space and rhythm.
Back to a 1 point game. Still in favour of Sherbrooke. Gartner goes right. Just gets the step on Olivia Vert. It's her first 2 points for the night. Straight to Rettstad, 4-3. No luck. Carline comes up with the rebound. Sherbrooke out to the races. Powell will pull up for 3. No good, so Rettstad will come up with the rebound. Bellarine have the numbers on the break. Nice bounce pass from Rettstad to Vert. Great transition basketball from the Storm. Sherbrooke still have that 1 point lead. Powell, kick to Gartner. Burgoyne, pardon me. Skip pass. Nice ball into the commentary box. Great read from Courtney Straight there. We'll have our first substitution of the evening. Will be Armstrong and Varley will check in for the Storm, and Hall and Knights will check out. So single figures on the shot clock, 7 seconds. We'll see Gartner go to the ring with her left hand. Nice little finish for her. She's up to 4 for the game. Retzstadt finds Varley. First shot off the bench, no good. The ball spills out. Players wrestle for it. There will be a foul. It'll be on number 8, Olivia Vert. Her first.
Second team foul.
We'll just bring it back. Halfway through the first. Sherbrooke leading by 3. Burgoyne. Guarded by Vert. Vert does a good job on D. It's a hand to it. It'll stay with the Suns. 11 on the shot clock. Retzstadt will get a hand to the inbound pass, so it'll stay with the Suns. Still 11 seconds on the shot clock. Burgoyne to inbound. To Sualo. Into Carline. Nice catch. Nice pass from Sualo. Sherbrooke take the biggest lead of the game so far. 5 points. Varley dishes it off to Armstrong. Kick out 2 straight. Nice behind the back. Dribble, pull up for her. And Charlotte Armstrong starting to get into her work. Burgoyne to Powell. To Sualu. Foot was on the line, so it'll only be 2. Straight to Retzstadt, to Varley. Looking for an option. Retzstadt attacks the rim,
and
finishes, and 1. Great attack from Bridget Retzstadt. Points will count. The foul will be on at number 6. Stephanie Powell will be her first, and Sherbrooke will make their first substitutions. We'll see Burgoyne and Powell check out, and we'll see number 34, Kiara Phillips, check in, and number 20, Louisa Karadzic-Powell for their first minutes of the game. Retzstadt will convert the M1. It's back to a 2-point game. Vert will also check out for the Storm, and Osborne will check in. Great switch by the Storm. As Retzstadt caught the ball off the tip, out of bounds. So it'll go back to Sherbrooke. They'll have a full
14.
14.
Yep.
That's what I meant to say. I was going to say full shot clock. Full 14. They'll inbound. Gartner to Sualo in the corner. Bobbles out. Storm. Quick kick ahead from Varley. 2 straight. Into attack Carline. Mismatch underneath. Nice cut from Osborne. Spinning. Gets a finish.
Unlucky not to convert there. Great cut in terms of reading the defence.
Had too much room, Olivia Vert. And so Phillips will dish into Carline. Gets up and under. Nice move from Alicia Carline. Up to 8 points, 2 rebounds for her so far in this contest. Just under 3 minutes to go here. Armstrong gets the step, attacks, draws the foul. And that's a big foul for the Storm. We'll send Armstrong to the line for 2, and that'll be Carline's second. So you'd expect her to have a quick break, which she will. And so will Sualu. And we'll see Stephanie Powell check back in, and number 9, Jacinta Maxwell, will check in for her first minutes of the game.
Interesting to see how much of an impact that has with Carline on the bench now for the last 2 and a bit minutes. How long Coach Gunther sticks with that one, knowing the risk of getting the third one early. But Bellarine looking to capitalise here, I reckon.
So Phillips will come up after 2 missed free throws from Armstrong. Great read from Armstrong. Redemption still finds straight trailing. Extra to Osborne. Attacks. Smothered on defense by Karadzic Powell. Phillips will come the other way. Skip pass to Gartner in the corner. They'll give it up to Powell. She'll attack the ring. Nice right-handed floater from her. And so the Storm just struggling to find this little momentum. Straight. We'll let the three fly. Rattles out. No good. Powell. It's a little tangled up with Retstadt. Doesn't matter. She'll go coast to coast. Can't get the layup to fall. Retstadt with another rebound. She's up to 6 for the night. Afternoon. Wherever you are. Nice layup from Georgia Varley. Uses the glass well. Gets her first points for the evening. Powell. Nice pass in from Gartner. Foul will be on number 23. Courtney Straight. Be her first. We'll see Bridget Retstadt have a break, and we'll see Chantal Hall check back in for the Storm. Karajic Powell at the line for 2. Makes the first. And the second. So this Sherbrooke Suns lead out to 6. Late in this first quarter. Osborne kicks to Armstrong to Straight. Extra pass. Varley was probably out of court then. Gets bumped and passes the ball out of bounds. So Sherbrooke with the momentum right now will have a chance to continue to extend this lead of theirs. Phillips uses the on-ball screen, moves it onto Powell. Players get tangled up. Will be a blocking foul on number 3, Chantal Hall. Her second. We'll see substitutions for both teams. We'll see Crombie in for Hall, and we'll see Sualo in for Gartner. Bellarine making mass substitutions right now. We'll see Knight and Verd in, and Straight and Osborne out. So a minute to go here in this first quarter. Maxwell attacks the rim. Great defense by Armstrong. We'll get our own offensive rebound. Sherbrooke moving the ball around. Karajic Powell goes to work under the ring. Sherbrooke have a comfortable 8-point lead over the Bellarine Storm at the back end of this first quarter. Vert will attack downhill. Great defense from Phillips. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Kick out to Knights, 4-3. Bobbles out. So Sherbrooke players just get tangled up. Crombie with a bit of applied pressure. Commits the foul. Knights was off to the races if there's no foul there. And that'll send Maxwell to the line for 2. Be Crombie's first foul for the contest. First is no good. You expect Bellarine to have the last shot of the quarter here. Misses both. So Crombie comes up with the rebound. Knights will get it over and they'll just slow it up.
Flatten out and waiting for the on-ball to come.
10 seconds on the game clock. Knights looking to use that screen of Armstrong. Kicks to Crombie. Armstrong gets her player in the air. Foul, contact, and 1 for Charlotte Armstrong. With just 1.2 seconds on the clock, foul will be on number 20. Louisa Karajic Powell. Her first, sending Armstrong to the line for 1 more.
Yeah, smart movement, ball movement by Bellarine there, just to keep the ball alive and find the right read.
Armstrong converts her and 1. And you'd expect Sualu to have a shot, no luck. And so at the end of this first quarter in this state champ women's matchup between the Storm and the Suns, it is the Sherbrooke Suns leading by 5 points, 24-19. And I mean, Sherbrooke are just going about their stuff at the moment. They're not really doing anything sort of fancy, and the Bellarine defense just struggling to contain it a little bit at the moment.
Yeah, it looks like the switching actions that Bellarine's going through on any handoff, any screen, potentially is hurting a little bit, particularly the size that Sherbrooke have and wanting to play inside a bit. So I'll be wondering whether that becomes a bit of an adjustment from Bellarine. Offensively, Bellarine, it feels like at times they're pushing things that aren't quite there. But credit to Sherbrooke for taking away the actions that Bellarine wants. So interesting to see what comes out of the quarter time break and the adjustments.
I mean, Alicia Carline with 2 fouls for Sherbrooke. Chantal Hall with 2 fouls of her own for the Storm. So the two bigs for both teams in some early foul trouble, but I'm sure both coaches will have a plan in action for that. Leading scorers so far, Alicia Carline with 8 points for the contest so far. And for the Storm, it's Bridget Rettstadt leading with 5 points and 6 rebounds. So no real big scorers to start this game, but still plenty of action to come. Storm obviously on the back end of a doubleheader. Top of the table clash last night against the ever-strong Wyndham. Couldn't get the job done late. It was a very close game. You weren't here, Dave, but
unfortunately
it was a pretty decent crowd for a Saturday night. No other basketball on in the region. The footy was in Melbourne, so people came out and they got treated to 2 very good games of basketball here. So
I heard it was 3 games last night, though, mate.
It was 3 games. Not many people were here for the first Youth League men's game, but the Youth League men's game was close too. It was 3 very close games. So, but as we get back into the action, it will be Bellarine ball. It'll be Crombie, Knights, Vert, Rettstadt and Osborne. And for the Suns, it'll be Sualo, Phillips, Maxwell, Pal.
And Sherbrooke coming out into a 2-3 zone here to start the second quarter. So there's your adjustment right there in terms of trying to disrupt Bellarine.
We saw last night Wyndham played a very disruptive 2-3 zone and rattled this Storm outfit just a little bit. As Vert loses control. Crombie stepped out of court. So it'll go back to Sherbrooke.
Bellarine facing a 2-3 zones happened quite a fair bit this year. Early on it disrupts them, but once they get their rhythm and momentum going in terms of it, it can be a bit of a double-edged sword for the defensive team. So be mindful of how long Sherbrooke stick in it. But credits to Sherbrooke for doing their homework in terms of taking things away early.
As we see the missed 3 from Phillips, ends up in an offensive rebound for the Suns. Nice drive from Maxwell. It's her first 2 points for this contest. Bellarine will look to get straight into their work quickly. Rettstadt squares up, short, offensive rebound.
Just decides to clean her own glass.
At first you don't succeed, try again. Rettstadt, 2 more points for her. So Bellarine looking for a stop. Sherbrooke looking for a score to just keep that buff up. Powell, skip pass to Phillips. Kick out to Sualo. She'll need to get the shot up. No good. Karajic Powell with the offensive rebound. And put back won't be good, so she'll pick up a foul. That'll be her second. We'll see substitution for the Suns. We'll see Carline and Burgoyne check back in, and Phillips and Karajic Powell have a break. Knights to Vert. They'll go under Rettstadt. Carline wasn't awake. Rettstadt just slipped underneath for another 2 points. Bridget Rettstadt starting to find her groove, up to 9 points. Had the last 4. Sualo into Pal. Fading is good. Nice fading jump shot from Stephanie Powell. Bellarine look to kick ahead early. Knights yet to score. As Retstat will go to work. Crombie 4-3. Off the back iron. As Powell and Retstat fight for it, and it'll be last touched off Powell. So Storm will have a chance to score here. Osborne takes a couple of steps back. Not enough steps though, it'll only be a 2.
Toe on the line, unfortunately.
So shot will be good though, only be a long 2. Olivia Osborne. Her first points.
And the, ooh, thought that was going in, look of it.
Maxwell tried to answer back. So back to a 3-point game here at Storm HQ. Vert. Nice little hezzy, blocked. By
Read the hezzy
Sualo.
well.
Great D from Hurt. Vert, just the 4 points, 3 assists to go along with that. Kick up 2 Knights. Osborne attacking downhill. Up to Crombie. Nice dish into Osborne.
Nice
Osborne
finish.
rises up over her defender. Great pass in from Jamie Crombie. And we're back to a 1-point game. So Storm look to be in
1-3-1 zone.
1-3-1.
Yep.
Coach Sanderson special. As Carline tries to throw it off Retstat. I reckon her toes were out of bounds. She caught the ball. So 13 on the shot clock. It'll stay with Sherbrooke. Carline. Pick it up. Move it back down into Sualo. Maxwell. Up to Powell. 3 is up. Rattles. Retstat. Another rebound for her. She's up to 9. And the Storm with numbers.
Carlin went that well.
Knights. A bit of a loopy pass. Got picked off. And so Burgoyne will come the other way. Kick to Sualo. Foot on the line, 4-2. Be no good. So nice ball pass from Bridget Retstat for the kick ahead.
Not quite enough on that one, unfortunately.
Right idea. Mismatch underneath for Alicia Carline. We switch back to Retstat. She'll go to work. Plays through the contact. No good. And so neither team finding a make. This past sort of minute and a half, 2. Knights trying to split the defenders. Extra pass from Crombie to Retstat. 4-3 is good. And that'll force Coach Guther to call a timeout. And Bridget Retstat starting to get into her groove. Up to 12 points, 11 rebounds so far in this contest. And
that comfortable lead you talked about in the first quarter has all of a sudden disappeared.
I did. Sherbrooke just struggling, taking the right shots, but just not really getting the ball to roll at the moment for them. And the Storm just, as soon as that rebound's collected, they've got runners out, and we've seen Bellarine come up with quite a few fast break points so far in this contest. But sure, Coach Guther will have a plan to attack that. They have been in a 2-3 zone out of the quarter time break, so it'll be interesting to see if they make a change. But for Coach Sanderson, that 1-3-1 zone's really just making it hard for this Sherbrooke team at the moment.
It's disruptive. Sherbrooke's a lot of their pick and rolls in the first quarter were coming off wings. I mean, 1-3-1, obviously you force the ball to the corner in terms of it. You don't have that space to roll as much, so interesting to see if they stick with it and try and keep forcing it, or whether they look to change out of it coming out of here, knowing that they just forced a timeout.
And I mean, we spoke with Louis Varley, our state champ men's player, last night about the importance of timeouts and how they can really make a momentum shift. And we've seen in the past, any timeout for the Storm often leads to a run out of a timeout. So but this Sherbrooke team can be very dangerous. So currently sitting 7th, the Suns. An even split on their season. 7 wins, 7 losses.
In what is a very jammed up middle of the ladder in terms of it. There's
Correct.
3 or 4 sides that are in contention for a final spot.
4th through 7th, all on 8 to 7 wins. So middle of the pack for this Champ Women's League is up for grabs. Burgoyne, floater, nearly goes, no luck. Retstadt, you guessed it, another rebound. 12 for her.
12 rebounds already.
12 rebounds, 12 points, Dave.
It's not even half time yet.
Not even half time. So Varley looking to use that left hand. No good. Retstadt out to Knights. 4-3 is long. Ball will sit on top of the backboard.
Trying to use all the backboard there.
We've seen a few of those. We saw a couple of them last night, and they actually got friendly rolls. And the thing about the backboards here at Bellarine, they're double thickness. So if you hit the front one and it stays on the front one, you're still hitting the backboard. I think a few opposition teams were a bit upset about last night. Back to the action. Pal up the top. Skip pass to Sawalo. Sherbrooke looking inside to Carline. No luck. Thought she was fouled. So Bellarine come the other way. Varley. Transition 3. No good. Retstadt offensive rebound. 2 more points.
Everywhere. Both ends of the court. Both ends of the glass.
Bridget Retstadt, after struggling offensively last night, is starting to find her groove. Sawalo 4-3. Answers back and just takes that pressure off. Bring this game back into 1 point. Storm with the lead this time. Retstadt sets the on ball. Pitch back to Retstadt. 4-3 is no good. So Gartner looking to go all the way. Spins. Carline with the offensive rebound. Can't get it to go. It's like there's glad wrap. The Sherbrooke Suns end. Everything just bobbling out at the moment. So miscommunication there between Knights and Retstadt will force a turnover. We'll see substitutions for both teams. Stephanie Powell will have a break. We'll see Louise Karajic-Powell check in. And for the Storm, it'll be Retstadt and Osborne out. And Straight and Armstrong in. So Sherbrooke moving the ball around. Gartner finds Burgoyne. Nice pass inside from Burgoyne into Karajic-Powell. And that'll lead Coach Sanderson to call a timeout. So great vision there from the Sherbrooke Suns to find 2 easy points, and they retake that 1 point lead that we've seen for pretty much most of this game. Both teams back and forth, but both teams made a change on defense out of that timeout, and we saw Bellarine attack it a little bit, and then Sherbrooke just get a few shots to roll after what looked like the ring had a nice little film of guard wrap over the top.
Yeah, I think that last play there, a bit of a miscommunication from Bellarine's point of view. Sherbrooke capitalising it, and as you said, take that lead back. So I think that'll be the conversation in the Bellarine huddle at the moment of making sure we're communicating the whole way through. Sherbrooke's, I'll be saying that if you're looking at going inside attack it, trying to finish strong off 2 feet, just get the job done. So you get like nice corner 3 there from Carola earlier. Just hanging in there. We wonder if we can go to the point of trying to get a bit of a lead here coming into halftime. We know Bellarine historically have come up with some big third quarters out of halftime, so you want to try and get as much as you can on the board ahead of that third quarter start.
And I think leading the charge for the Suns at the moment is Alicia Carline. 8 points for her, and she could have a heap more, but just not getting her shots to drop. So she'll definitely be one to keep an eye on for the Storm, but with 3 minutes and 15 seconds to go, it will be the Suns with that smallest of leads. 1 point is
back into a 2-3 zone here from Sherbrooke. Well, look a bit of a wide one. It's almost a half-court press.
And so Straight will move it on tonight. So they'll move it around the top. Armstrong was good last night in her minutes. Hall attacks. Armstrong, offensive board, through numbers, gets it to go. There's Jamie Crombie on the bench, loves it. Knights with the job on Sualo. Gets it off to Burgoyne. The ball up for grabs. Hall fouled. That'll be Chantal Hall's third foul. So Coach Sanderson will just leave Chantal out there for a little bit.
No,
she won't. Bridget Redstadt will be checking in, you'd think, for Chantal Hall. Gartner from the short corner, no good. Armstrong with a rebound. So Varley kicks it on to Straight. Armstrong, 4-3 off the back iron. Knights fights for the rebound, no good. Carline comes up with the scratch. Sawalu into Carline, she'll go to work, spinning.
Textbook move.
Just a masterclass of offense there from Alicia Carline. First Sherbrooke player in double digits, 4 points, up to 10. Knights looking for some space, attacks downhill, draws the contact, shot won't drop. There'll be a foul on number 43. Alicia Carline, her third.
I feel like you've had a big weekend, mate.
I have 2 games last night, 3 games yesterday. The substitution for both teams, we'll see Stephanie Powell and Jacinta Maxwell check in, and Alicia Carline and Tanea Sualo check out. And for the Storm, we'll see Bridget Redstadt check in for Chantal Hall. And I reckon if Valley Knights makes her second free throw, she'll take a well-deserved break. She will, for Olivia Knight. Oh,
yeah,
no.
On the lead change. Olivia Vert, mate. It's all right. I got your back. It's okay.
Olivia Vert. I'm going to hear about that. Already been in trouble once today.
Oh, dare I ask?
Georgia Varley was giving it to me for pronunciations of names last night. As Powell, no luck the other way. Varley looking to attack, no good. Redstadt thought about it. Will set the screen 4 straight. 3 with the step back, no good.
Normally a risky move to go under a screen for Straight.
All right, defense as they double Gartner. She loses it. Redstadt will just glide to the ring. And that'll force Sherbrooke to call a timeout. And, I mean, that's just Bridget Redstadt to a T. Gets a stop on the defensive end and just glides her way to the ring, up to 16 points, 14 rebounds. And we've still got 1:15 to go in this half. So, Bridget Redstadt, after what was a fairly quiet night last night against Wyndham, I believe she only had just the 7 points. 12 points, pardon me, and 11 rebounds. Not really quiet, but
Quiet for her.
Quiet for her, and so she's already elapsed that, only in a half of action, so we're expecting a big one from her. But for the Suns, it's just Alicia Carline with the 3 fouls, just struggling to find their shots to drop. They're not taking bad shots. They're just not rolling. They're often bobbling in the ring and popping out or rolling out. So
you look at the scoring freedom they had in the first quarter. They had a lot of stuff of high pick and rolls, getting inside, mismatches, clearing out and getting a one-on-one off the wing. They haven't got that, so the adjustment from Bellarine to take that away from them has meant they've had to try and find different looks, and it appears that at the moment they're just struggling to find their feet on those. So assuming an adjustment will come in terms of some different actions to try and get shots going. Just you hope from Sherbrooke's point of view it's before halftime and not after.
Yeah, 1:15 of this first half left to go. Any shot for either team will be a momentum booster coming into halftime, as Powell will attack on Redstadt. Draw the contact. Points will be good. Foul will be on Bridget Redstadt. That'll only be her first.
Back into the game.
We'll see Erin Burgoyne have a break and Tanea Swallow check back in. And we're all tied up here with a minute to go. So, saw the game here last night, tied up at halftime. We had a very good second half as Varley took off too quickly. Got to dribble the ball. So Sherbrooke will get it back. Maxwell finds Gardner. They move it around. Up to Swallow. Guarded by Straight. They kick it up to Powell. She'll look inside to Karajic. Powell. Retstack comes up with a steal. Kick ahead to Straight. Straight will look to attack the rim. Left-handed finish is good from Courtney Straight. She's up to 6 points. Energy certainly lifted here. 5 seconds on the game clock. Gardner will look to take the last shot. Attacking the rim, splits a D. Loses control of the ball, and that will sound the end of this first half in this state champ women's match. It is the Bellarine Storm with a 2-point lead, 40-38, on the back of a Bridget Retstack masterclass. 16 points, 14 rebounds, 2 steals, leading the way for the Storm. While for the Suns, it's Alicia Carline, 10 points, 3 rebounds. But as we head to a quick halftime intermission, reminder, it is the Bellarine Storm leading the Sherbrooke Suns 40-38 in this state champ women's match. Good afternoon and welcome back to this state champ women's match. It is the Bellarine Storm taking on the, don't do it to me, Wolfer, he's coming. He already knows we are live. No, he's going to the refs. It is the state champ women matchup. Bellarine Storm taking on the Sherbrooke Suns. Hello, Glenn. We are live, Glenn. No, I don't want a lolly. Thank you, mate. Assistant coach Glenn Wolferton from the Storm. He'll love that. Love it. Shout out for him.
Shout out to him. I feel like everyone in Victoria knows the Wolferton, mate.
No, I'm pretty sure they do. But it's been a pretty even contest here between both the Storm and the Suns. Storm on the back of a doubleheader. And at the half-time break, they lead 40-38. And Bridget Rettstadt leading the way for the game. 16 points, 14 rebounds for her. She'll look to just continue to work in this second half. But big talking point, both teams with players in just some minor foul trouble for the Suns. It's Alicia Carline with 3 fouls, pardon me. And for the Storm, Chantal Hall with 3 as well. So, but still a half of basketball to go, so anything can happen. And Dave, last night was all square at halftime between Wyndham and Bellarine in the top of the table clash, and Wyndham ultimately came out winners. So,
you feel like the question is going to be who can knock Wyndham off? I know Warrnambool did early on, and it might have been a bit of a wake-up call to Wyndham in terms of picking things up, and it seems like they've responded ever since. It's who can knock them off, and you'd hope from their point of view it doesn't have a repeat of last year where they went almost the whole season undefeated and then lost it at the last game.
Yeah, well, obviously Amanda Paschal, Georgia Varley's going to listen to this and she's going to give it to me for that. AP just continuing her MVP form that she's been in for probably pretty much all of her career, averaging 27 points a game, and she showed that off last night, even though being fouled out, had 29 points. So, but as action gets close to restarting, starting lineups for the second half for the Storm will be Knights, Vert, Rettstadt, Straight and Hall. And for the Suns, it'll be Powell, Burgoyne, Swallow, Carline and Gartner. So it'll be Sherbrooke to start. They will look to go straight in. Great read from Hall to pick the pass. Knights is out. Stops. Smart decision from Knights. As Straight will receive the ball in the short corner and gets straight into her work. Up to 8 points so far. Great defense from Knights. As Gartner and Straight clash. Gartner retains the ball. Great double there from the Storm. Knights will go all the way. Gets blocked from behind by Sualu. Great hustle there from her. And the intensity has certainly lifted a little bit out of this halftime break. Gartner will kick to Carline. Hands off to Sualu. Stops, pops. No good. Carline with a big offensive rebound over the top of Bridget Rettstadt. Carline as well, picking off where she left off. Straight. Loses control. And pokes it out to Rettstadt. Knights now has it. Needs to get into her work. Late in the shot clock. And great defense by Erin Burgoyne and the Suns there, forcing a turnover.
Yeah, just a little bit stagnant in terms of ball movement there from Bellarine, trying to force a few things in terms of it and not really cough the ball up.
We saw a little bit of that last night. Well, Wyndham were in there 2-3. Bellarine struggling to just find an option. So it'll be interesting to see how Coach Sanderson and his groups handle that. As Rettstadt does a good job to get fingertips to it. Vert will go all the way and get the roll. Nice finish from Olivia Vert. She's up to 6 points, 4 assists. Sualu tries to get to the basket. No luck, so she'll move it on to Powell. They'll swing it around to Gartner. 3 in the corner is good for Chelsea Gartner. Sorry, Miranda Gartner. And that 2-3 zone we've seen for most of the game from the Suns. Brett Stapp bounces it off her foot. Powell will just let it roll out. Frustration setting in a little bit for Bridget Redstadt. Bellarine switch there, leaving Powell wide open. 4-3. No good. Straight with the rebound. Next to attack downhill. Pitch back pass to Redstadt. Thought about the 3. Hall gets tangled up with Carline. Kick out 2 Knights. Extra to Redstadt. Should be a step inside the 3-point line. He's good for 2. 2 more for her. And Gartner slows the pace up. Pick and roll with Carline.
That's going to be costly.
And that'll be an offensive foul on Alicia Carline. So it'll be her 4th. She'll have to take a break for what would be most of probably this 3rd quarter and a little bit of the 4th. We'll see Karajic Powell check back in. And Georgia Varley will check in for the Storm, giving Ali Knights a bit of a break. Varley hassled by Burgoyne, and just to get it off to Vert. She'll run the pick and roll with Redstadt. Varley 4-3 is good with a hand in her face. George Varley 5 for her tonight. Bellarine have their biggest lead so far tonight. Up to 6. Powell, nice pass into Karajic Powell, and she finishes under the pressure of Courtney Strait. The foul will be on Courtney Strait. It'll be her 2nd for the night, sending Karajic Powell to the line for 1 more.
He broke the line early on that one.
Free throw isn't good. Bellarine come up with it. Vert had to reach for it. So just a few poor passes from the Storm. As Sherbrooke look to get straight into their work. Karajic Powell. Shot, no good. Gets her own offensive rebound and puts it back, and we're back to a 2-point game. Varley hands off to Vert. Straight to Hall. She's got 3. Picked by Gartner. Miranda Gartner goes all the way with the left hand and finishes.
Timeout from Bellarine coming now.
And that'll lead Coach Sanderson to call a timeout with just under 5 minutes played here in this 3rd quarter. And Sherbrooke have just made a nice little comeback after Bellarine got off to a quick hot start. And now it's back to all square with 5 minutes and 25 to go. And I mean, obviously Alicia Carline, 4 fouls for her, but all her counterparts are currently chipping in. Every player touching the court has scored bar 1. So pretty even scoring. 12-12, 9-7-7. So no real standout player, real team effort so far from the Suns.
Yeah, credit to them defensively. They've really made Bellarine work, knowing that they're tired coming off a game last night. So I think clogging up the paint, making them actually move the ball, which Bellarine at the moment have kind of lost their way a little bit, which is obviously what we talked about in timeout. Defensive change-up for Bellarine coming out of the halftime break there in terms of blitzing any on-ball that Caroline's in and then rotating across to try and pick off the passes they roll it in, headed into her. So might be a bit of a breakdown in communication on that now she's off the court.
I think Sherbrooke also doing a good job just to find the gap. Encouraging Power attacking the rim, looking to draw the contact. Armstrong gets tangled up with two Sherbrooke players. Burgoyne comes up with it. She'll look to attack Varley. Floater is good. Nice little step back from Erin Burgoyne. They retake the lead, the Suns. Varley steps back, 4-3. Jams in between the ring and the backboard, and the Suns out to the races yet again. Suwalu for a transition three. It is good. And the Sherbrooke Suns just turning it on right now. Up to 5 points. Straight. We'll use the on-ball of Retstat. Kick back to Retstat, 4-3. Bobbles out. So another stop for the Suns. Just a little run for them at the moment. Burgoyne hassled by Varley. Powell move it on to Suwalu. Up to Gartner. 6 on the shot clock. She'll look for a pick and roll. Play out of the top. Great D by Vert. Shot goes up for Powell. Looks pretty good from here, actually.
It did, actually.
Thought she might have got it off. No good, so Varley will kick back 2 straight. 4-3. Looks good from the commentary box.
It does.
Courtney Straight knocks that one down.
Never looked like missing.
Just to take a little bit of pressure off the Storm.
Back to a 2-point ball game.
Straight up to 11 for the night. Karajic Power loses control, decides to back down. Retstat going to work. Too heavy on the shot. So Bellarine will come the other way. Back and forth action here at the moment. Retstat, 2 straight. Thought about the 3, she'll move it on to Varley. 9 on the shot clock. Varley, don't know what she really did there, but it worked. She'll go to line for 2. Foul will be on 21. Miranda Gartner. Be her first. Substitutions for both teams. We'll see Gartner, Burgoyne check out, and Maxwell and Phillips check in. And for the Storm, Olivia Osborne will check in, and Olivia Vert will check out. Varley makes the first free throw. 6 points for her so far this afternoon. Make that 7. So back to a tie game. 3 minutes to go here in this third quarter. Maxwell lifts. Smothered in defense by the Storm. And it will be a jump ball. And it will go in favour of the Storm. So, Storm, chance to regain the lead. Straight, kicks it on to Osborne, into Retstat. They zing it around, back to Osborne, extra to Straight. Splits the D, stops, dishes it off to Retstat. And there's that
1-2 punch you talk about here.
1-2 punch of Retstat and Straight. Starting to get into their work. Skip pass from Karajic Power to Suwalu. Pump fake. Gets her defender in the air, but no good on the jump shot. Defensive rebound by Armstrong. Retstat. Kick back to Armstrong, wide open, 4-3. It is good. Charlotte Armstrong.
That is a trusty, reliable kick-out 3. We've seen that all season.
Up to 8 points for her tonight. 6 rebounds to go along with that. And just like that, after Sherbrooke went on a little 8-point run, Bellarine have answered back with one of their own. Karajic Powell. Nice finish for her. She's up to 14 for this contest. It's causing a little bit of trouble for the Storm right now. Straight.
Strong, smart body.
Going to work. Can't get it to go. We'll draw the contact. We'll go to the line for 2. Foul will be on number 9. Jacinta Maxwell, her first. substitutions for both teams. We'll see Retstadt for a break. Crombie will check in. And Miranda Gartner will check in for Tanea Swallow for the Suns. Jamie Crombie, very eager to tell her teammates what Coach Sanderson just said.
That's what a good captain does, mate.
That's what a good captain does do. Straight made the first. Short on the second. Maxwell will look to push the ball the other way. Kick ahead is good. Nice pass from Maxwell. Encouraging Powell. Can't finish. Straight, putting the moves on Gartner, and that's the second time tonight. Georgia Varley's taken off too quickly.
A little bit of frustration there in terms of the response. So you'd hope that you can find a way around that.
So 4 points, still the margin in favour of the Storm. A minute to go. Gartner struggling for options. Pal has the mismatch. Will use it to her advantage. We'll get her 2 points for her. Up to 9. Straight, looking for space. Uses the screen of Crombie. Will split the D. And just questioning there. Thought she was fouled. It'll stay with the Storm. Osborne in the corner. Kick out to Armstrong. Late in the shot clock here. They'll need to get a shot off. None other than Charlotte Armstrong. She's been good tonight.
Oh, Varley.
The smallest player on the court.
Read
comes
that
up
well.
with the biggest rebound. 9 on the shot clock. Skip pass from straight to Varley. 3 is good. Great court vision from Courtney Straight.
The little screen there from Armstrong might have helped to get a bit more space on that one.
5 left on the game clock. Gartner from the car park. Was good. Powell will get it off in time.
Ooh.
Won't go. And at the end of the third quarter, it is the Bellarine Storm with a 5-point lead over the Sherbrooke Suns. And been a very entertaining third quarter. Game of runs at the moment. Sherbrooke started off the third quarter with a nice little push and had Bellarine in a little bit of a pickle. Bellarine trailed by as much as 8 points, and then they just came right back at the Suns and now have a lead of 5 of their own. And I think we're set for a pretty good fourth quarter, Dave.
Yeah, you look at coming out of here of do Sherbrooke roll the dice early and get Caroline in, or do they stick it with Karajic Powell, who has been really dangerous in terms of just getting in the right position, creating the mismatch and finishing inside. So interesting as to whether they go back to Caroline to start the fourth, or whether they leave her on the bench and go with what they got, knowing that they can bring her in any time.
Karajic Powell, 14 points for her, 4 rebounds and 3 blocks tonight, just doing it on both ends. So you would think Coach Guther will leave her out and let her continue to get into her work, but for the Storm, it's Bridget Retstadt continuing to lead the way. 20 points, 14 rebounds, having a stellar season for her first time here in the land down under. Courtney Straight, the next leading scorer for the Storm, 12 points. 2 rebounds, 2 assists for her. For the Suns, as we said before, Karajic Powell, 14 points. And then closely followed by Alicia Carline, 12 points, 4 rebounds. So we are in for a jam-packed action fourth quarter. You'd say it's a big game for Sherbrooke. If Sherbrooke can get the win here, it'll give them some more confidence. It might push them up the ladder a little bit. We spoke about that sort of middle pack of the State Champ Women's League this year. Very jammed up.
Yeah, I think it jumps them into 4th place.
Yeah, so Sunbury, Pakenham, Warrnambool and Sherbrooke. Sunbury, Pakenham and
Keeps them
Warrnambool
in
all
hunt.
with 8 wins Sherbrooke with just a 7, and then there's a 2-game buffer between 4th and 3rd.
It keeps them in the hunt in terms of that pack, which is what you want to do. You don't want to go too many games behind and have to try and chase it down the last few rounds. So they'll be eager to get this one in the bag.
So straight back into the action, and Phillips will draw the first foul of this quarter. Foul will be on
Olivia Osborne.
number 11, Olivia Osborne. It'll be her first personal, sending Phillips to line 4-2. It'll be her first point of this evening. And makes a second, and be a quick sub here. Swalu will check in, as well as Alicia Carline for Stephanie Powell and Kiara Phillips. So Bellarine come the other way. Knights to Osborne, to Crombie. They move it on to Varley. Varley thought about it. Thought about it for a bit too long. 3 is no good. And they double the ball handle of the Storm. Ball rolls from one side to the other, ends up in Sherbrooke's hands. It's Osborne's second quick foul for her. So 2 quick fouls in 30 seconds for the Storm here. Coach Guffer eagering his athletes to attack this Storm defence. That'll be another foul for the Storm. It'll be Bridget Rettstadt, her second. 3 fouls for the Storm in 40 seconds. So Sherbrooke to inbound. Osborne. As we see Swalu get doubled at the 45. She'll kick it in the car line. Gets straight into her work. Great defense from Rettstadt to cause the block and force the shot clock violation. So I don't think, a bit of poor communication there from the Sherbrooke bench. I don't think it was communicated how long was on the shot clock.
No, it took a long time being jammed up in terms of the on-ball. It didn't quite happen with it, so you're right. Very quiet in terms of communicating that.
Crombie, 4-3. No good. So Gartner will come up with the rebound. Frustration starting to set in.
4 quick fouls in just over a minute.
So Knights will pick up the foul. It'll be her first. And now Sherbrooke have 8 minutes of free throws here on any foul. So not ideal for the Storm at the moment. So Maxwell will attack Crombie. Kick it to Carline. To Gartner. Will attack downhill. Stops at the free throw line. Mid-range is off. Osborne with the rebound. Knights pushing. Will find Rettstadt, who has the mismatch. Kick back to Crombie. Extra 2 Knights, 2 Varley. 4-3. There's that Bellarine Storm ball movement that we've seen this season. Varley connects 4-3. That'll be her 13th point for the night. Carline out to Swalu. 6 points, the difference. Maxwell looks inside to Carline. Rettstadt walls up, but Carline too big. Gets it over the top. Up to 14 points for her. So intensity just started to lift in the building. Decent crowd for a Sunday afternoon here. Knights will rip baseline, pitch back to Rettstadt. She'll re-attack, pitch back to Crombie, extra pass. Bellarine are moving the ball like it's a hot potato. Oh, no good. Rettstadt fighting for it. Bodies will hit the deck. It will be a foul. And the foul will be on
Karajic Powell.
Karajic Powell. It'll be her third, so she'll have a quick break. We'll see Stephanie Powell check back in. So both teams plenty on the line. Varley, 4-3. Bobbles out as Carline and Rettstadt get tangled. And it'll stay with the Storm. So Storm to reset. Crombie's wide open under the ring. No good. They'll kick it out to Osborne. Knights to Varley. 10 on the shot clock. Back to Varley. 3 is up. No good. Varley frustrated with herself. Gartner. Hassled by Knights. Carolina moving on to Pal. To Sawalu. Looking for an option. She'll kick it back to Maxwell. They'll go inside to Carline. Great D from Retstadt. Secures the block. Bellarine come the other way with pace. Varley urging Retstadt to cut.
Draws the foul.
Will get to the basket. Draw the foul. Can't get the finish. Georgia Varley urged Retstadt to cut earlier than that. They finally locked eyes and got it to go. So Retstadt will head to the line for 2. Retstadt. First one rattles out.
That glad wrap's still there.
That glad wrap is still there. Makes the second. And so Burgoyne will come the other way. Pitch back to Powell. 4-3 is good. And Stephanie Powell.
The
12 points
miscommunication
for
there on
her.
the switch.
And back to a 2-point game. Retstadt nearly travelled. Just a bit frazzled. Got tangled up with Powell. So
A little bit too tangled up there.
a little bit too tangled up. Powell will pick up the foul. It'll only be a second. Vert will check in for Varley. Knights split the D. Vert for an instant impact off the bench. No luck. Knights gets tangled up with Burgoyne.
Sherbrooke ball.
Jump ball. So Gartner will come the other way. Kick on to Powell, to Burgoyne. Sawalu, mid-range, gets it to fall. And we're back to all tied up here with 5 minutes 45 to go. Retstadt was cunning, but no luck there. Knights 4-3, looks good.
Whoa.
Is good. 4-3. Alicia Knights will pick up 3 more, taking her up to 5, and that'll cause Sherbrooke to call a timeout. So both teams getting close to, well, Bellarine already in foul trouble with the 14 fouls. They got those 4 in, I think it was the first 40 seconds of this quarter, and they haven't had one since. But Sherbrooke with 3 team fouls of their own, so we'll see probably a fair few bonus free throws, but just a bit of a back and forth action at the moment. No team really taking real control of this game at the moment.
Yeah, it obviously the back end of a doubleheader makes it a bit harder with a tough one last night. Sherbrooke taking it to Bellarine in terms of going, well, we're not going to make anything easy for you. As you said, very much a back and forth battle. I think next minute coming out of timeout here is going to be crucial for either side in terms of trying to get on top and get the game done if they can.
Yeah, obviously Bellarine love to play off momentum. So it'll be a very big 5.5 minutes to go. Big game for Sherbrooke. They can continue their charge up the state champ women's ladder. Currently sitting 7th, but only a game out of the top 4. So certainly on the line for them, but back into the action after the Knights 3 and the Sherbrooke timeout. Sherbrooke will come the other way. Burgoyne splits the D. Powell will kick to Gartner. 6 on the shot clock. Floater off the backboard. No good. Carline. Offensive rebound. Gets it to roll. So Carline starting to be a bit of an impact. Starting to hurt this Storm team. Ratstack got her defender lost. And that cling wrap on this Sherbrooke bench end is back, and Crombie, I don't know what happened there. She might have tripped over that yellow line.
I think she might have, and might be the point of feeling.
I think she was a bit tired. She had a little snooze. Yeah. Straight, looking to attack Sualu. Ratstack going at the baseline. Will throw it off the Sherbrooke player's leg. We'll see a substitution as Jamie Crombie will have a break. She'll have a little giggle. We'll see Chantal Hall check back into the game. And back into the action. Vert off the inbound. Hall's left wide open. Dishes it to Ratstack for 2 more points. Up to 23 for the night. 17 rebounds to go along with that. Sualu splits the D. Can't get it to go.
Gets her own rebound.
Great tip from Carline to Sualu. Can't get it to roll, and it'll stay with the Storm. So still that 3-point margin. Handoff from Knights to Straight. We'll see Ratstack lift. Thought about the 3. Knights will regain it. Still plenty of time on the shot clock in this possession. Straight through it, straight into the hands of Sualu. Nice pass over the top.
Yep, read it well.
Vert read it very well. And then it'll force Sherbrooke for the inbound off the baseline. 3 minutes 45 to go. 72-69 in favour of the Storm. Burgoyne. Kick it up to Gartner. Encouraging Powell. Been good tonight. Attacks straight. Can't get the roll. Carline all over the back of Hall. Nice bounce pass from Knights into Ratstack.
Nice work.
Ratstack continues to score. Doesn't look like slowing down. 3 minutes to go. 25 points for her tonight. Knights does a good job on D against Gartner.
Great job defensively, forces a turnover. And that's the thing that LA Knights brings to the side. You just see it offensively in terms of the ability to find a teammate through traffic. The unselfish play of going for the assist on that one, and defensively can be a pest in terms of really getting inside players' heads.
Knights only 6 games for the season. Made their way back from 4 years in college over in the States. As we have an offensive foul on Knights. Got tangled up with Miranda Gartner. Just a little bit confused. So Sherbrooke will have a chance to cut this deficit. Sualu will use the screen. Skip pass to Gartner. 4-3 is good from Miranda Gartner. Massive 3. As the referees will just quickly convene. Oh,
There's a 2.
correction. Shot was only a 2.
That white line looked a bit thicker than what I thought it was.
The lines are very, they play many tricks here at the Bellarine Storm. They can look bigger. They pop up out of the ground occasionally. So 2.5 minutes to go. 3 points the deficit. Knights. Pump fake. Gets baseline. Can't get it to roll. Hall
read
with
it well.
the rebound. Straight cutting from the top. Can't get it to go. Will get her own rebound. It'll be a Sherbrooke ball. So Varley will check in. We'll give Vert a quick spell. We'll also see Maxwell check in. Paragic power check out. Gartner. It's ball stripped, regains it though. They moved around to Sawalu. Loses control. Guarded by Straight. Carline and Hall go to battle under the ring.
Oh, flop warning on that one.
Carline goes to work, gets the 2 points. Hall tried to bait the ref into a foul, no good. Retstat was cutting, was open. Will go inside, will draw the foul. And there will be I believe we will have a flop warning coming. Foul will be on number 6, Stephanie Pal. There will be a flop warning on Chantal Hall. With Stephanie Powell's 3rd foul. So tight action here. Storm HQ, 2nd game of the weekend for the women. Just a 1 point deficit. Bellarine with that margin. Varley for a deep 3 is short. Sawalu secures the rebound. Comes the other way. Both coaches still with 2 timeouts to use. Hall.
Good day.
Much better defense that time. As Knights pushes the ball the other way. Finds the trailing Retstat. Looks to go to work. Nice cut from Ali Knights.
Oy. Hard contact on the head there.
Smashed under the ring. As there's plenty of contact
Ref
under the
swallowed
ring.
the whistle. Frustration from both sides there. The ref swallowing the whistle in terms of it. No one's happy about nothing being called.
So there will be a foul. We'll send Sawalu to the line for 2. Will rattle home the first. Sawalu up to 12 points tonight. 6.7 rebounds. Sorry. 6 rebounds, 7 assists. Second is good. It will be a timeout to Coach Sanderson and the Bellarine Storm, and it is all tied up here. I don't know if
1
that's
point ball
true.
game.
I think it is a 1 point ball game with just over a minute to go. And both teams will be in foul trouble for this final minute. And
could be a very long 1 minute of basketball.
Could be a very long 1 minute of basketball. We saw last night, very close game between these two teams here. Storm HQ, Wyndham come out on top. But this Bellarine team on the back of a doubleheader are just being pushed a little bit here by this Sherbrooke Suns team. And frustration starting to set in for both teams, but will certainly be a very entertaining final minute of this state champ women's match. Do not go anywhere.
Yeah, Bellarine have been in this situation before. The other week coming into Pakenham and going into overtime, and then just walking away with it. So you want to hope that doesn't go to overtime. So they've had quite a good record over the previous few years when it comes to that kind of situation.
I mean, for Sherbrooke to come away with the win here would be massive. Their confidence would skyrocket after knocking off the 2nd place Bellarine Storm. But still, a minute 10 of action to go, and that's a long time in BigV basketball. So back into the action will be Bellarine ball. Knights will look to attack quickly. Retstat in the corner. 4-2 is good. Massive shot for Bridget Retstat.
And we're back in timeout situation again.
Continues to do her thing, and after 8 seconds of play, we'll head to another timeout called by the Sherbrooke Suns. And I mean, Bridget Retstat just putting on a show here for Bellarine Storm fans on this Sunday afternoon. 25 points, 18 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. So doing everything tonight. But I mean, if you're the Suns, what are you going for? Are you going for a 3 to like give you that little buffer, or are you just going for the 2 just to give yourself the lead?
You want to get points on the play. You want to go to safe hands. You'd be looking potentially Carline inside. Just trying to get whatever you can on it, because you don't want to go to the point of coughing the ball up and having it go the other end and all of a sudden becoming a 3 to 4 point ball game that quickly. So you want to get value out of the timeout and get points on the board.
Correction, Bridget Redstadt up to 27 points. So, big minute coming up here in this action. State champ women's basketball. Sherbrooke looking to come away with a very big win over this. They have a strong Bellarine team. Bellarine looking to split their weekend after a loss last night to top of the ladder Wyndham. So it'll be a Sherbrooke ball. They will advance it. Which will mean 14 on the shot clock. Maxwell to inbound. Any score for Sherbrooke now will put them in the lead. Sawalu using the high screen of Carline is given space, will attack the rim, will get it to go. No timeout for Sanderson. That will come the other way. 1 point game in favour of the Suns. Redstadt, 2 straight. Goes to work, pull up from mid is good. 4 corny straight. Making it when it matters. And Sherbrooke wasting no time to come back the other way. Sawalu will attack the rim again, steps through, gets the friendly roll. And so it's back and forth here at Storm HQ. Sherbrooke still have this lead. Hand off to Varley. Varley goes downhill. Bellarine will need to get something going here. Armstrong in the corner, 4-3 is long. Oh, wow.
Jump ball, Bellarine keep it. And a timeout coming.
So, Stephanie Powell thought she might have been fouled there, but it'll be a jump ball and it'll stay with the Storm. So 6 seconds on the shot clock, and we've had a few close games the past few weeks here. Storm HQ, and none other than the slightest of margins of just 1 point in favour of the Suns. And if you coach Sanderson, I think there's only one person you go to right now, and it's Bridget Redstadt.
Yeah, but if you coach Gunther right now in terms of it, you're probably going to roll the dice and know they're going to go after Redstadt. And try and force to go to somebody else. So it's a real coach's battle here of how to stop the points if you're Sherbrooke and how to make sure you get on the rim or at least the free throw line from Bellarine's point of view.
Only the 1 point, the difference. So any score will either take this game to overtime or give you the lead. Both teams in bonus. Brunga has finally brought the music back after a quarter of dead silence. And so lineups for the final 6 seconds of regulation will be Varley, Knights, Redstadt, Straight and Armstrong. And for the Suns, it'll be Carline, Gartner, Karajic, Powell, Sawalu and Maxwell. Bellarine, kick out 2 Knights. Will need to get the shot off, splits the D, gets it off to Redstadt. Shot is up, shot is no good. And so at the end of regulation, the Sherbrooke Suns will take the massive win over the Bellarine Storm, as the Storm will go 0-2 for this weekend in what may be their toughest doubleheader of the year. It was on the back of the 1-2 punch of Alicia Carline and Tanea Sawalu, both with 18 points. Carline, 6 points. Sawalu, 6 rebounds and 7 assists for the Storm. Bridget Redstadt, 27 points, 19 rebounds, led the way for the team and the game. But as we finish up this broadcast, reminder the Storm going down to the Suns, 79-78 in what will be a weekend to forget for the Storm. Thank you, Dave, for jumping on this afternoon.
Thanks for having me, mate.
And we will be back next week for another doubleheader here at Storm HQ. Over and out.